My name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Yeah, we're not discussing the other one. The other one's done. He's done. He can't even back himself up. But let's talk about this individual now. So basically, I told you we got people trying to get in to get to his products, right? And his site. This is nothing new. He's got a history of shutting his site down and bringing it back up, and shutting the site down and bringing it back up. He has a history of it. We got recordings on all that nonsense. So anyway, I don't understand these people at the end of the day who make these products and they can't back them up. Definitely completely delusional. And I'll tell you why. So he's got some kind of screen running across saying that Crystal Edge Technology Screens ran from PARTAY. Okay, how did we run from you if we're the ones with the canceled orders? And again, I can't express this enough, Danny, but we don't have any orders from you. As a matter of fact, you don't have to basically have your website closed or open to order from us. We've been waiting for you to order from us for the longest time, and he hasn't placed an order yet. So my contacts came back and said, hey, look, check out his site. He changed it a little bit. Shopping carts are still closed, not even open. So again, the reason why we consider him to be delusional, because, dude, look, Danny, right here you have, we ran from you. These are your canceled orders right here. How do we run from you if we got all your canceled orders sitting here? We even got you to pull your website marketplace. You yanked your marketplace because you didn't want us placing any more orders. You gave me back my money. What are you talking about? Run from you. Where are you getting this from? So when your website opens again, and I mean again, this thing has shut down like 3 or 4 times. The first time we went in and placed an order for your product, gave me back my money, and you closed every single shopping cart to make sure we wouldn't come back in and make another purchase. So that went on for about 4 months. After 4 months, you came up in 2022. Let me see right here, 2022, with these new products you were supposed to have, and you canceled every single order and put the money back in our account. See right here, PARTAY, to remind you, you got to jog your memories every once in a while. See the order right there? See the money put back into our account? See the order right there? See the money put back into our account? So again, we did place orders to your site, and I'll place orders to your site again, and I'll watch my money transfer to my account. You got mad and you went on a rant and cursed this out. This is you. Isn't this all your information from Squarespace? Carrying on acting up, very unprofessional, upset and angry. So no. We've never ran from you. Actually, I'm still waiting for you to place an order through my website, and I haven't seen it yet. Still waiting. So I don't know what all this stuff is. You guys are, like I said, we're going to call him the other one because we don't mention him anymore. That's definitely a waste of my time. You guys are really a waste of my time. You really are. I thought I'd just bring this in here real quick so we can clear this up and show people how you dressed up your website again to say we're going to open up again. You just did a demonstration in January. We were waiting all the way in December of 2020. Or was it 2022? What was it on date? 2022. Yeah, 2022, 2022. No. 2021. We were waiting to get your product. We even ordered the samples. All the money went back to our account. My friend ordered, his money went back to his account. So we waited, and when 2022 came around, you posted this thing in January, all new screen paints you were coming out. How are you basically closing down again to reopen again? That's 3 times you have closed down and reopened to try to reboot. Let me explain something to you. Number one, your product doesn't sell. We can tell that. We did the math. It's no way in where it's going to sell. Your screens require a 4-coat application just to paint one screen. That's a lot of paint to paint one screen. That's going to cost you a lot of money, and the overhead alone would destroy you. Number 2, you don't know how much a 48-ounce paints. You said 120-inch screen. A 48-ounce paints way over 120-inch screen. So, again, you definitely don't know what you're doing. And then again, like I said, the 4-coat process, I painted 2 100-inch wallpaper screens downstairs in no time at all. You know how long that would have taken if I had to put 4 applications for each one? So we're going to test your products. Go ahead. Open up on the 25th. We'll be there to buy. And we'll come down here and we'll test it. If you get any more cancellations, don't cancel any more orders. I got enough already as it is. This is getting pretty sad for you. But this is individuals who come in here and completely delusional are going to say, oh, we're running. How are we running? We're the ones with the cancel receipts. I even have samples. If you said you never had samples, here you go. There's a sample pack right there that you had on your website that you returned the money right back into my account. So I don't know where you guys are getting this from. It's sad. We send this over to him so he can get an idea of what's going on. Now, again, your screen paints don't work. Your screen paints look a lot like the D5K, something we developed like 9 years back. That's what it looks like. So I'm pretty sure I can make your stuff with no problem. That's not hard to do. Judging by your test demonstrations, they are extremely poor compared to the demonstration I just did a few minutes ago of walking through my house, fully lit environment, window light, the whole 9 yards. Yeah. And then you want to go in talking about how the, what is it you say? The environments are dark that we work in. We have a dedicated theater room for demonstrations. The rest of the house is well lit. And we have a max out zone and we have screens outside. So don't know what you're getting out with that one, but okay, whatever works for you. So let's scroll down and see what he's got now. This is when his coatings are coming out again. This is the 3rd time this guy has closed his site and brought it back up again. The 3rd time. That doesn't sound like somebody that's fearless. Yes, look at the delusional of it all. Face the king. You consider yourself to be the king? What the freak are these at the end of the day? These are your cancel orders. I ordered $700 worth of paint from you. You put all that money right back into my account. That's not calling yourself a king. I wouldn't call yourself a king, but whatever works. Now this is your demonstration right here. Do you need me to take this apart for you? Because I can show you where you're making all the mistakes at. Number one, your screen is washed out because I can see that from here that it's washed out. And again, like I said, remember the ultra short throws? They have to depend on ultra short throws. Shorter distance throw. Yeah. So they can cut as many corners as possible. That looks like an Optoma GT 55 or 56. And we did that demonstration outside on 140 inches with 190-degree viewing angles. So I hope that's not an Optoma GT 55 or 56 you're showing up in the demonstration, because we beat the living daylights out of that projector. And that's all you're getting? We did it outside. Easy. So let's look at the video. All right. That is an Optoma GT 5500. I can tell by looking at it. Oh, no. See, look, he messed up. Watch. As he's kicking the meter around, watch this. Your screen's still washed out. Let me explain something to you about the meter reading that you have to understand. This is where you and the other fellow mess up. You can take any screen, white screen, blue screen, yellow screen, whatever, and you can stick them in a max out zone. And they can basically, at the end of the day, that max out zone can basically make that meter max out. The problem you're going to have is the screen is still going to have to maintain its image as if it was sitting in the dark. That's what you have to be to do. The lux meter basically measures how much light is in the environment. Your screen still has to be able to maintain in a fully lit environment, and we do this at a distance throw at 13, 14, and 25 feet. So the reason why they use the ultra short throw projector, because the distance so isn't there anymore, and therefore because the projector can sit right up on top of the screen, it can give it an almost certain image. The image is not going to be good, but it gives it an almost certain image. So keep in mind, imagine if the projector was sitting back 19 feet from the screen. That means the lumen count would start to drop dramatically as it starts to travel from A to B, which means I will lose a higher lumen count, or actually more lumens than you would, because you're at a shorter distance. That's why you use the ultra short throw projector in your demonstration. What do you think? I'm stupid? I've been around over 12 years. I know all this stuff already. That's one of the cheapest, what do you call it? The cheapest demonstrations you could do is with an ultra short throw. When we do ultra short throws, we do them at 140, 150, 160. We max these things out. So we know that screen's going to hit with a ton of light. And it still maintains its color because we can take certified, we can take gray screens and white screens, and we can still maintain color better than the surfaces that are laying against the screen in a fully lit environment. So the projector you're using right now, the Optoma GT or 55 or 56, whichever one you have up there, just because you pull out a meter and you go, oh, look, it's maxed out, your screen still has to maintain, which means we need to see color patterns. We need to see other surfaces like certified screens to see how what it compares to. The gray screens would be nice to see that also too. As I'm going to ask you if you could take that screen and put it against the wall that you have in your theater room, which actually matched. So no, buddy, that's a fail. You guys, you cut too many corners, man. That's the problem. So you think because you show a meter that's maxed out, my basement has more light than your freaking whatchamacallit, than your room you're showing right now. So he thinks he's passed the test because he put a meter in the middle of the floor and basically it fizzled out, but the screen looks horrible. Doesn't make it passable. You still don't pass. And again, you have to do that again with certified low lumen projectors and projectors that have a distance, not ultra short throws. Because an ultra short throw in that demonstration is considered to be a cheat. Do it again. You failed. I can do that at 1,000 lumens downstairs versus a black screen versus my screen, and a gray screen, and a white screen, and a silver screen, and certified screens all at the same time. And I got the videos to back it up. So let's show you what he did. I'll break it down for him so he can understand. Now you see your picture right here? Your screen is washed out. You're using an ultra short throw projector. I had the Optoma GT 55 and 56. I had both of them. You see how washed out your colors are? Your screen's washed out. And at that, you need to adjust your keystone because your keystone is way off. I bet you we don't see one contrast level in this demonstration. Not one. Window light. That's not, I don't know why they do that. First of all, your ceiling light, no. Your ceiling light's not making contact with the screen because the screen itself is sitting under a lip. See right here? So if your screen is sitting at right there, the ceiling light wouldn't make contact with that. It would completely miss that altogether, so no. The only things that would have contact with it is the window light. And as you can see, the screen is very badly washed out. Anytime my ceiling light, did you know I have a screen sitting in my ceiling, right? I'm a light overhead sits in the ceiling. This completely washed out. So if you're talking about ceiling light, I have a 180 inch in my ceiling on a projector that costs 140 bucks, and I can watch movies, contrast levels, anything I want, and I have a ceiling light directly in the screen. So, okay, but all right, let's move on. Then I tell you it's going to be no contrast. And that's washed out, man. That is really poorly washed out. I'm sorry, but it's washed out. It's washed out, man. Where's your contrast levels? You didn't show any contrast levels. We're almost near out of the video and there are no contrast levels. So this is a trick that they'll use. Ultra short throw projector, because again, less chance of the screen fading out and completely washing out because the projector is sitting so close on top of the screen. When you show a meter, understand this, even though the meter may max out, you still have to be able to maintain the image as if your lights were off. That's what you have to be able to do. And your screen is washed out. Those greens should be a lot higher. That water, and on top of that, keep in mind, in between the crevices or the rocks are black levels, which are not even picking up, they're coming up gray. Oh my goodness. Really? Seriously? Washed out, buddy. That is so washed out. Look at that. Remember I told you about that ghostly gray look to the screen that comes up when the screen can't accept color? Look how washed. Look at the detail. There's no detail in the image. This is what you do, Partay. Next time you do the demonstration, you don't use the ultra short throw projector. Go out and get yourself a 720p projector and drop it back at least as far as your room can go. Then you'll do that demonstration again. And that image has to look the exact same way as if you were to turn out the lights. When I do demonstrations and we take the lights out, the screens barely change. Oh, and it would help also too if you do that demonstration as I asked you from the first time. I told you to break it down as in when you do the fusion, do each one and miss a step so we can see if there's an actual different reaction from the first screen. And also too, the color of the walls that you have sitting behind you, I would like to see you take that sample sheet and stick it against the wall and show us a difference. But your screen is washed out. That is pretty bad. That's almost as worse as when he had the little cardboard screen tucked underneath the fireplace. The reason why he did it that way, because again, wasn't gonna wash out. No, sorry buddy, that's a fail. That is a complete fail. That's the worst demonstration I've seen so far. Nah, man, you got to work harder than that. I'm sorry, buddy. Not good enough. See how hard they work to try to get my approval? You see that? How they put videos out? We don't put videos out to get your approval. We don't care because we know all the demonstrations we do at the end of the day are far better than everybody else's. So what would I care to basically address you? We don't care. We already know that. I can go outside, blow a screen, or walk through the house. We don't care. Because we know at the end of the day, we can back, but you guys need our approval. It's like I'm your daddy at the end of the day. Oh, look, we could do this and I could do this. Man, take that video back and do it again. That video was a fail. That was horrible. That was absolutely horrible. You're doing demonstration where the screen's washed out. There's no contrast levels at all, anywhere in the demonstration. Where were the contrast levels at? And the Optoma GT 55 or 56 has a 20,000 to 1 contrast ratio. I know because I had one of them. Actually, I had two of them. So let me show you our demonstration on the Optoma GT 5500. $140-inch screen. You come nowhere close to what we do over here. Now, people, this right here is my Optoma GT 5500 projector outside. No windows, no doors, nothing. At 140 inches. That one demonstration alone that we did levels everybody else's demonstrations. Let me show you. Do you see the time that I have on my phone? Time on my phone is 4:52. That's what time I was outside doing the demonstration. While you're inside, sitting on top of your screen, we're outside at 140 inches. If I'm gonna do a demonstration on the ultra short throw projector, I'm gonna make it extremely difficult for the projector to operate. So 4:52, we're outside on a Monday, November the 4th, and let's show you what we're getting on our projector. This is why when you guys show me these demonstrations claiming y'all the king, we laugh at y'all. We consider what y'all do as a joke. I did that demonstration, what was it, 2 years ago we did that demonstration. Been there, done that. And you're inside the house showing off a few windows on a screen that's completely washed out. Meters don't even begin to even think about picking up out there. Same projector, but except for my screen size is 140 inches. And again, outside. I know, it's embarrassing. But you called yourself the king, and you know, I don't even call myself the king at the end of the day. That's kind of like too arrogant. So, match my demonstration today. At the time I present it. And by the way, I show contrast levels on that screen also too. So when we do demonstrations, people, ultra short though projectors, a little too easy. So we had to make it a little hard. There's no challenge in it all. It's too easy. The projector's sitting right up on top of the screen. So what better way to show off the Optoma GT, because we wanted to beat the promo, than to take the projector outside and do a 140-inch screen outside. My projector sitting on my floor at $60 is on a 150-inch screen. And it's still, I pull more light in that environment than you do. I can show you one demonstration, and I can level all your demonstrations with one hit. Told you. That's it right there. I'll put the link at the bottom if you want to check out the whole full demonstration. And this is why it's a waste of time dealing with you guys. It is. Because you do so many things to cut corners. You see how bright and vivid that image is? How it's not washed out, how nice and clean it is? See how you can see the detail in the coral reef? We don't have to hide behind walls and all that nonsense. We can take it outside. I prefer to be outside at the end of the day, to tell you the truth. It's more of a challenge for me. That's why you gotta learn to be a little. You gotta stop all that. Y'all the king. You gotta stop that nonsense. Just cut it out. Just be done with it. Cause you embarrass yourself. I hate to come out here and embarrass you on this level, but you know you don't give me an option. I gotta pull a video from my archives. I don't even have to do the video. Just pull one from my archives and go. There you go. All right. There you go. And you're proud about that video you done. That is sad. You gotta do hard. You gotta do better than that. If you're gonna keep up with on my level, you gotta do better than that. Much better than that. Look at my contrast levels pulling up now. I told you before the video started, what did I say? I said that they were going to show no contrast levels. The contrast levels are washed out so badly. Mind you, that projector has a 20,000 to 1 contrast ratio. You didn't show one contrast level. There's the white levels popping up. I even poured Starfield while I'm out there for fun. And knocked it off at 190 degree viewing angle just for kicks. That's why we consider y'all to be delusional. I can see when I watch your demonstrations how you cut so many corners. Last time we caught them with that cookie cutter underneath the fireplaces, and nope, we got to do that again. And you got a 120-inch screen or whatever the size that screen is. Stick it over there and do that demonstration. That is supposed to be your new product for 2020 for July the 25th. Are you kidding me? We're gonna run through that, man, like cream corn through a goose. I'll use Tacos paint to take that out. 39 would destroy yourself too fast, too quick. Don't use Tacos paint. Then again, Tacos paint may destroy that too. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. I had a nerve to write King. We run from you. Yeah, I had to bring videos out from my art guys to take yourself out. Yo, Danny boy, how you feeling now? Too easy. We've had just about every projector you can possibly name. Good gracious, but I'll blow you out on my $60 projector next. Man, I had a nerve to do a video talk about using King. Oh my goodness, really? No contrast levels, nothing at all. I told you, no contrast levels. Like I said, I sat there and told you, I don't like doing ultra short those demonstrations because it's like cheating because you're sitting right up on top of the screen. That's like taking a long throw and pushing it all the way up on top of the screen. So look how bright it is. It's too easy. That's why we got to challenge ourselves. Anytime you see me do ultra short though, I would do massive screen size. I got a 140-inch upstairs on another projector. And would I have a meter out there? What's the point? It's outside. It's not even going to pick up. It's not even going to register. Look, here's my contrast levels coming. This is what you should have been showing off, but your screen can't pull a contrast level. It was barely pulling color. So that screen is pulling a 100% black level. See how the background has no tannish discoloration to it? And you're sitting in a room talking about with an Optoma GT 55 or 56, I don't care what model you got, claiming you're the king. I wouldn't even call you a jester. At the end of the day, you're not even worthy of that because jesters back in that particular medieval area were considered to be quite intelligent in the king's favor at that. On the end of the day, actually, jesters were paid quite well. And there were two different versions of jesters. The ones you usually see, the ones with the multiple bells coming out of the top of their head and the funny colored pants, they were considered to be the town squire jesters, the ones that were pelted with rotten fruit. But the other ones were actually dressed like everyone else. As a matter of fact, a lot of them were dressed just like everyday noblemen. You didn't know that, did you, Danny boy? You are actually the jester that gets pelted by fruit. King, you're over right. My goodness. That poor excuse of video you caught. Oh, never mind, forget it. Let's move on. All right, we got things to do. We got to remind them every once in a while. You know what I mean? We got to remind them because they don't know any better. They don't know any better. We got to remind them every once in a while. So remove that video. You want to borrow mine? You can borrow my video if you want. All right, you can put my video up there for you. It'll get you a lot of sales. Just have to be to back it up by having a black technology. Now, as I said before, no one's running from you. I got your cancel orders right here. As for your video demonstration, I can go back to an archive, pull up an old demonstration, show you my Optoma GT55 140-inch screen outside at 453. We're done. And oh, there's my Starfield demonstration, by the way. And the first thing they'll start ranting about like, oh, it's so unprofessional. No, man, it's unprofessional to go out there and call yourself something that you're not, to give yourself something, a title that you're not. You do not have enough experience in screen paints or home theater to call yourself anything. I've been around longer than you have. When I was around, you weren't even thought of. And you're coming at me? My experience level is far greater than yours. I have built more screens, I've bought more screens, I've had more projectors, I've done more demonstrations. Yeah. You got to earn that reputation. That reputation comes with time. I've been around so long, I even got throwbacks on my screen paints. My throwbacks are the same thing you guys are trying to sell now. We give away gray screen paints. So if I give away gray screen paints and I tell people how to make gray screen paints, what would we consider your stuff to be at the end of the day? You guys are living in the past. This is the future right here. We don't address the other one. We're done with him. He's a complete waste of time. He can't even back his stuff up. You call yourself the king, please. No contrast demonstrations, no star field demonstrations, nothing at all. So in that demonstration, we were basically beating the promo demonstration because that's what I set out to do. By the way, that's a Supreme 8. But we're beating the promo demonstration because we saw the promo demonstration. I was like, you know what? We're going to beat the promo. So let's do something that nobody else is doing on ultra short throws. Same demonstrations, everybody's inside, dark environments, blah, 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 blah. I figured, you know what? Let's do something different. Let's go outside with it. I've seen y'all cheap demonstrations. I saw that demonstration where he called himself being outside with his screen. His screen was like 4 feet by 3 feet, no, 2 feet by 3 feet. That was the size of your screen. At around 12 feet back, you measured on your measuring tape. We can tell automatically from the door, and like I said, I've been around longer than you have, much longer than you have. I can tell that you had the zoom pushed all the way down to make the screen smaller so you can push the projector farther back so you can get yourself a sharper, brighter image at a distance. At 12 feet, you would have had a 100-inch screen if the zoom wasn't pushed all the way down. Also, too, in a demonstration where it took you like forever to paint the screen in, and I mean forever. I painted 2 100-inch screens just like that. I could paint a 250-inch screen before your video ends. As a matter of fact, I did it in a demonstration where I actually painted a 100-inch screen and an 85-inch screen twice before your video ended. And produced the images in a fully lit environment on both screens at the same time. You guys are delusional. Now, let me explain to you so you can understand how this works in the real world. When we show off meters, meters show and measure how much light is in the environment, which means your screen still has to be able to maintain a beautiful image from corner to corner. And as you're doing these demonstrations with the meter present in the room, you will do this against certified, gray screen paint, silver screens, white screens, and you will beat every last one of those screens, including the certifieds at the same time. You do not get the chance to pick and choose the certified screens that you feel that will give you the less problems. No, we have everything from 18 certified screens, everything from silver screens, everything from certified mid-gray screens, and gunmetal all at the same time. Then we do a color pattern so people can see which screens are pulling the better reds, blues, and greens. We do our white levels, and then we do heavy contrast. That's what you do with the meter. You guys do shortcuts. Take an ultra short throw projector, slap it up, have it kiss the screen. Still the environment wasn't well lit enough. And then you go in and you do nothing but bright colors. Because you know bright colors are going to wash out, but not as bad as a contrast level. There's no color comparison, no screen comparison, nothing. And you think that you can come up there and do a demonstration that cheesy and that weak at the end of the day and compare yourself to me? No, that doesn't work. I can come here and take a screen, a demonstration from 2 years back or a year back, wherever the way we did it, same projector, and blow you out at 140 inches outside. Meters don't even register and even think about registering out there. My goodness, man, we're done. When I place orders, try to keep the money this time. Now, we have to get back because downstairs I'm coding and doing the rear projection screen. I got to put another application on that, then we got to show that off. But next time we buy from you, try to keep the money longer than a minute because that's how fast that money transfers to your account. Running, unbelievable. My man, you're the only person that gave me back $160 so fast that I was able to use it to place all 3 orders. That's not good. And then on top of that, even got you to shut your website down. No, not your website. Well, you did shut your website down a couple of times for us, but you went and you pulled your marketplace. So run is something you should not be using in your vocabulary toward us, more like towards you. And again, we're still waiting for you to place an order. Would you like me to put you on blast today and ask you to place an order today through my website? Because I've been asking you since 3 months. For about 3 months, I've been asking you to buy from us. Nothing yet. The other one, we gave up on him. He can't produce receipts. He can't produce canceling orders left and right. And products are matching house paint. Customers are popping up and they're showing screens that, oh my goodness, they're inside of the apartment. I still can't get over that one. That's in the forum site right now. They're talking, they're chatting away about that one. Yeah, all kinds of smoke and mirrors, hiding stuff, calibrated projectors, overpriced projectors, faking contrast levels. Freaking circus show. And then we got this joker calling himself the king. You still wet behind the ears. In my world, you're considered to be a noob. You don't have anywhere near the experience that we have. That's why I sat there and watched your demonstration and went out and pulled an old video from my archives. Just get this old video we did like 2 years back. Here you go. Ugh. Been there, done it already. Ain't nothing really you guys can show us. When I showed you about the black paint he called himself making, the free paint, we did that demonstration. We did that November 2017. And these jokers in 2019 had a nerve to tell me, oh, we got this paint for you to make. I dare you to put it on. We did it already. We did it back in November 2017. Here's the video. Knock yourself out. Bye. 4:52. It's my time. My screen outside. Your screen inside. Matter of fact, that's a 100-inch screen. It's about 100 inches right there. Yeah, because the Optoma GT55, basically the maximum you can go on it is 100 inches. I know because we had it at 126 inches. Hold on for a minute. Let me for a minute. There's another video we have on Optoma GT55 too. Optoma GT. Take the outside out. I had the 56 too. And that projector, 55 is 3,000 lumens. 56 is 3,600 lumens. Here you go. You want to show up that environment? My screen's 126 inches, 16:9. Let me show you another one inside just to show you. Been there, done it already. And you're talking about your environment being well lit. Let me show you what well lit looks like. There you go. I beat that projector already. I had it already here. That's condensed lighting on my screen, not in the ceiling far away. Actually on the screen. See the light pressing right there? Just me talking about the projector I just purchased. Boom. There's my screen downstairs. Bigger than your screen. 126 inches customized. I even built in a white border around it, and the screen is actually levitating. It's floating. Even floated the soundbar to go with it. That's why I said, man, y'all guys do stuff on such weak levels. And you're talking about lighting, pointing to your ceiling. See the lighting hitting the floor? And you're in that dark environment. We got to school him. We ain't got no choice. We got to school him because he doesn't learn. He don't learn. I got to come back in. I got to show him cancel receipts. We got to come back in and show him how it's done. When you talking about doing a fully lit environment, do a fully lit environment. See right here? Y'all sitting in the dark. This is how we do demonstrations. It's me painting the screen, showing the before and after. See how well lit that environment is? Super bright. Not that dark environment you were sitting in. Biggest screen we got out of an Optoma GT56 was 160 inches. We did that one downstairs in the basement. Optoma GT 1080. Had one of them. There you go. Had the 1082. Now, Partay, take note. You see this right here? This is when we're developing silver technology. You see my lighting? You see how it's hitting my screen? This is how you're supposed to display when you have showing off condensed lighting. So if you notice, the condensed lighting is making contact with the screen. So that way we can show that the lighting is not being pushed away from the screen. It's actually physically making contact with the screen. And this is on an Optoma GT 1080. I was so upset about that projector, and I'll tell you why. Just got that projector. Got it off of eBay. It was working perfectly fine, and it shut down. Usually what I do is when I get projectors, I'll let them run all night. Because if anything's going to pop up, it's going to pop up. I know you and the other one probably sit on top. Oh my goodness, look at that video. You got him. You got him. And I'm like, really? Seriously? Go dig something out of the old archives. Bring it up. I don't even got to do a video now. Just bring something out of my archives. As a matter of fact, now I'm just bringing stuff out of my archives and just level y'all stuff. I don't even bother making new stuff. What's the point? What is the point? Optoma GT 5600. There you go. Ageless screen. There's my screen again. Oh, yeah, give us no challenge whatsoever. At least try next time. I mean, literally try. Missing my cartoons. Oh, look, see that? The blinds are open. Got a window right next to it. Not sitting up a distance, sitting right next to the screen with the condensed lighting right on top of it. Please. Give me a break. I'm sorry, people. I hate to come out here and embarrass these people, but they just don't learn. I told you, you mention my name anywhere on your site, and I'm going to embarrass the daylights out of you. I don't even have to go in and do any videos. I can go to my old archives and pull that projector out and blow your stuff right out of the water on an old demonstration. Look at the compared to my just setup here with light pushing through, light hitting the screen, compared to, look how beautiful the image pops up. Look how gorgeous that looks. And then we come over here and we look at this freaking freak show of nonsense right here. If you calling yourself the king with that washed out image. When I tell you your images are your environments are too dark, they are too dark. So my screen is 226 inches. That's about 100 inches right there. And look at the image quality. Poor. When I do this, people, it's not to basically a max out zone, meter max out zone. Sad. You can compare this to my basement downstairs. My basement has work fluorescent lights downstairs in the basement. Net images, poor. When you do a demonstration, people, so you know this, anytime anybody shows a meter maxing out, that screen has to look the same way as if the screen projector lights are off. No washout, no tannish color to the screen. Look at that. Look how poorly the green levels are popping up. That is absolutely unexcusable. Hope you're in the room, Danny boy. I do want you to come into the room. I want you to see how it's done. When you're showing up a screen in a fully lit environment, they're supposed to look like TVs. See how much light's in the back of my wall? The wall tells the entire story on how much light your screen's actually taking in. That's condensed lighting hitting the screen, not away from the screen. All right. Hope you got an understanding. Next time you do a dumb demonstration like that again, basically, don't put your name, don't put King next to it. None of that dumb nonsense. Don't do that. Don't do that. Show those projectors, man. Always bought tons of projectors. Give me Mr. My cartoons, man. But at least I have to do any demonstrations. I gotta finish my screen outside real quick. All right, let's see, what else is going through this? Oh my goodness. I don't even want to look at this no more. We're done with this right here. We don't need to look at that no more. And you still sold out. You talking all this trash. Why you still sold out? You still gotta sit here and you gotta wait for your new stuff to come out. Didn't you just post a video on new stuff coming out for 2022? So what you gonna do? Well, when people come in and buy from you, get your stuff over here and it doesn't work. What are you gonna do? Cancel my order? Try to cancel their orders? Or basically shut your website down again for another 4 more months and say, oh, we're working on something new? No. Open your website. Let's make an order today. Open your website up today. Until then, you can place an order today for my products. Oh man. And this is supposed to be your demonstration right here on an Optoma GT55 or 56. That is quite poor. You've been there and had your projector already. Let's go with the ultra short throw projector. Let me see something while we're on here. I'll take the 126 out. Let's see, ultra short throw projector. What's that? Projector, yeah, projector. 150 inches. It's funny. That's my setup on my $60 projector, and my screen size in there is 150 inches. And you see how beautiful the image looks? We're doing any contrast on here? Oh, let's do contrast on these things. Oh yeah. That's 180 inch. We painted downstairs, brand new. Oh, I had to get my floor. I got to order my surface for my floor because my floor right now is freaking jacked up because we did a lot of painting up there. Yeah, okay. I got to get back. I got a screen to paint outside. I know we made a little rain, so I'm going to get that done and get it finished. I'm doing the invisible screen today. Danny boy, no, I'm sorry. No. If you're trying to say you're the king, no. I'm sorry, no. If you're trying to say that demonstration you did is supposed to be so outstanding, no, that was absolutely horrible. Again, just because your meter maxes out, you still have to be to produce a beautiful, bright, vivid image from corner to corner. So no, that's a complete fail. And again, like I said, I can just go to my archives and just pull up my Optoma GT55 demonstration outside at 453 at 140 inches and blow your stuff out of the water just like that. As for you talking about as in running, no. Got $700 worth of canceled orders from you where you couldn't basically put the orders through and you gave me back my money. So yeah, and I've been asking you since 3 months ago to basically order directly from the website, and you haven't purchased anything yet. So I don't know what you're talking about by someone's running, but again, you're a bit delusional. Okay, people, now we got that out in the open. Let's move on. When it opens up on the 25th, we'll get your product down here. When your product comes down here, I'm going to tell you what it's going to go through. It's going to certified screens, low lumen projectors, ultra short throw projectors, distance projectors. We're going to take it outside. You're going to be going against certified screens. We're going to put several different forms of digital one crystal screen paint products, which are gray against your product, network gray 773. Oh, we're definitely doing that one with no joke whatsoever. The color that you have on your wall, I know exactly what it's called. It's called software gray. That's what your color is on your wall. And on top of that, we got to do the breakdown. We had to do the breakdown. So basically, you claim that your product is that you change it. Your product's supposed to be a 4-screen system that allows the screen to fuse together, even though it's dry to the touch. All right, we're going to figure that one out. So we're going to do 2, 3, 4. We'll miss an application for each one and see basically if it compares to the one we fully do. Yeah. That's going to be interesting. All right. That's basically about it. Oh, I swear, if he upgrades and he puts in, if he tries to do something different, he puts in 50 ounces. Don't do that. You already messed up at 48. Don't put 50 ounces in. Again, stop copying us. All right, people, we got to go. I got things to do. Enjoy your day. I got work to do downstairs. We just had to go in here real quick and just level him real quick and be done with. That's usually what we do. We come in here, they talk a lot of trash. We remind them why they have failed against us, and then we move on. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless. The king.